Hey guys, welcome to the next tutorial of ethical hacking and penetration testing via Kali Linux, which is the advanced part. So in the previous tutorial, we saw a lot of things as to how we could go ahead and actually crack into multiple things, how we could crack the hash passwords of Windows, and many other things. So Kali Linux has lots and lots of potentials, which we cannot even think of. So in this series on password cracking, I will go ahead and show you how we could actually go ahead and crack the hash passwords of our, let's say, our own Linux. But that would be the final part of this tutorial. After that, I will be teaching you what are the other ways as to how we can go ahead and do that. So let's go ahead and check how we could go ahead and crack the hash passwords. So continuing with my tutorials on how to crack passwords, I would now like to introduce you to one of the newest and the best designed password crackers out there, that is Hashcat. The beauty of Hashcat is in its design, which focuses on speed and versatility. It enables us to crack multiple types of hashes in multiple ways very fast. And just one thing guys, I'd like to tell you before I go ahead and with this tutorial, that in my previous tutorial, due to some or the other reason, the Windows 7 password, I was not actually able to go ahead and crack that. But the reason was that because I was not able to get the system access, but that's not a big deal, because if you go ahead and check one of my previous tutorial, you'll see that I easily cracked the hash password, as well as I went ahead and gained the system access. So the reason for that was in my previous tutorial because I had a hidden antivirus installed in my system, and it was not allowing it to go ahead and gain access to the system. But still I was able to go ahead and gain access to the default admin part. So I'll just go ahead and open it. So if you're trying to hack into someone else's PC and you're unable to gain access to them, don't get frustrated or don't get mad that you tried but it's not happening. There can be several reasons why you're not able to crack someone's password. Maybe the password is strong, but it's never too strong that you will not be able to crack that. So hacking is something that you need to keep on trying unless you actually go ahead and get that password, because there's always hard work that you need to do before you go ahead and get the successful fruits to your result. So as I mentioned in the previous parts of this tutorial, passwords are stored in a one-way encryption called as hashes, and these are there are multiple ways of obtaining these hashes, such as DLL injection in Windows system, or capturing the hash in transit, such as WPA wireless cracking, that is for our wireless LAN, that's Wi-Fi. So once we grab the hash for Windows, it will easily go ahead and crack that. That is, John the Ripper can easily crack that. But the next step becomes one of the finding of an effective and efficient way of cracking it. There are numerous tools, some of which I have highlighted in other articles here. But Hashcat is unique in its design and versatility. So let's take a look at how it works. So straight away go ahead and fire up your Kali Linux, and over here, before I go ahead and start it through my terminal, I'll go ahead and show you how we can open it through the graphical user interface. So just go ahead in the Kali Linux, over here go to applications, Kali Linux, and over here you can see the password attacks. Inside that you will see these offline attacks, and over here you can go ahead and see this Hashcat. So as you can see, these Hashcat can go ahead and crack these different types of hashes, which is quite more than sufficient for us, and it's an awesome tool, just to be clear. So when we click on the Hashcat menu item, it opens the help screen, and at the top of the screen you can see the basic Hashcat syntax: Hashcat options, hash file, and mask word files and directories. So we can see some of the options for Hashcat displayed before the basic syntax. Some of the most important of all are the hash type, that is this one, that's the type MAV or whichever it is, and the attack method, that's -a. So in general we will need to use both of these options in most password cracking attempts with Hashcat, but there are more extensive options as well. If we scan a bit further down this Hashcat help screen, we can see there are more options. The first two below are some of the key options that Hashcat enables. First, Hashcat enables rules that allow us to apply specifically designed rules to use on our word list file. These rules can take our word list file and apply capitalization rules, special characters, word combinations, appended and prepended numbers, and so on. Each of these will help us to break the passwords that have been made more complex to avoid dictionary attacks. The next stanza shows us custom character sets. This enables us to set the character set that we want to use to crack the passwords. If we know the company or the institution's password policy, we can choose a subset of characters to meet their policy and speed up our cracking. For instance, if a company allows an all-numeric character to set, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or any random stuff like that, we can choose to crack the hashes with just numbers. These types of passwords are very easy to crack. The next screen includes some of the most obscure attacks of all times, including the output file, the debug mode, and the built-in character set. Finally, we have to choose the type of hash that we are trying to crack. Hashcat gives us numerous options, and when I get ready to crack the hash, I would need to designate in our command what type of hash we are working with by giving Hashcat the number associated with the hash type. Here I can see a list of some of the hash types hash can work with. So let me just go through that. So as you can see, we have these different hashes. I can use the built-in car sets that can go and select from these specific things or the capital or only these, or I can go and even use all of them, which will actually take lots of time. And these are the hash types: MD5, MD5 that's pass salt, MD5 that's salt pass, then Unicode, HMAC, MD5. So these are, to be more specific, this includes each and everything. So the next thing that we would have to do is to choose your word list. In this tutorial, I will be using a simple dictionary attack on some Linux hashes. To do so, I need a word list to work from. There are literally thousands of word lists available on the web, but Kali has numerous word lists built right in. So let's try using one of those. To find the built-in word list in Kali, we can type just, I'll just show you. Just type locate word list. Okay, so these are the different word lists that are available that we can go ahead and use to crack our passwords. So when we do, we can see that there are dozens of word lists available. I'll be using this word list built in for SQL map, which has over 1 million words and hybrid words as well. So we would be using that one through SQL map. And the next thing we would be doing is we would be grabbing the hashes. So in the next step, I need to grab the hashes on our Kali system. If we are logged in as root, we can see and grab the hashes as well. So in Linux, the hashes are stored in the etc shadow file. So it would be over here, and if you go ahead and type shadow, you can see this shadow file over here. And this is the full hash, but we would only be needing this particular file. So I'll just go down and do the word wrap. Okay, it's already done, I believe. So this would be the hash file that we are trying to crack. So now we can see the shadow file with the hashes as above. So this is the hashtag that I would be going ahead and actually cracking this, but that would be in the next part of this tutorial. So if you have the basics what I have been teaching you till now as to how you can go and do that, it will be very easy for you to crack. But if not, then you need to go through this tutorial again, or you can go ahead and we would be using this specific word list to go ahead and crack our database. And if you are using something else, these are different ones that you can go ahead and use. If you don't want these, you can go ahead and create your own and then go ahead and transfer that over here, or you can go ahead and download something from the web, but it would already have been included already in Kali, because Kali is already famous for multiple word list. So that is it for this tutorial. In the next tutorial, I'll be teaching you how we could actually go ahead and crack some passwords of our own Kali Linux.